Have you heard about this new app called T? Baby, it's like Yelp, but for dating. Only the ladies are allowed, and they're dropping anonymous reviews on men they've dated. Yeah, I said it. Green flag if he's giving husband energy, red flag if he's a walking ick. Now here's where it gets wild. This app blew up overnight. We're talking millions of women signing up, background checks, reverse image searches. Girl, you can even see if your date's got a criminal record before you waste a good outfit on him. I call that dating with receipts. Clapping hands, medium skin tone, but listen, not everyone's here for it. Some men are big mad, calling it unfair and messy cause they can't defend themselves. And privacy folks? Phew, they're saying this could turn into a gossip wildfire. Me? I think if you're out here playing games, you might just get that red flag emoji next to your name. But if you're solid, this app might just be your cosign. So, sis, would you use T before your next date? Or is this too much drama for your phone? Let me know in the comments, because I want to hear your thoughts. Until then, stay woke, stay safe, and keep your standards high.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're jumping into something really fascinating and honestly pretty hotly debated right now in modern dating. We're talking about the T app. People are describing it as like Yelp for dating. Yeah. But here's the twist. It's only for women.
That's right. And the basic idea is that women can anonymously review men they've dated. Using green flags if it was good, red flags if it wasn't. It's sort of meant as a heads-up system for other women.
And it seems to have just exploded, right? Like it blew up almost overnight. We're hearing millions of women signed up really quickly.
Exactly. So what we want to do in this deep dive is unpack it. What is the T app really? How does it work?
Yeah.
And then crucially, look at the reactions because they are intense, very polarized. We'll be using, social media comments, app descriptions to get the full picture of its impact on dating today.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. Getting into the nuts and bolts of it. What are the actual features? What makes it so compelling for the women using it?
Well, it's actually pretty sophisticated. Users can upload a photo, a name, and then post about their experiences, prior or current dealings, as they call it. And it's not just reviews. It apparently has features like background checks, reverse image searches, even checking for criminal records, which is where that phrase comes from. Dating with receipts.
Dating with receipts. Wow. That's quite a phrase. What does that phrase kind of tell us about maybe the state of trust in dating right now, or the lack of it?
Yeah, precisely. I think it points to a real shift. People wanting, maybe even demanding verifiable info up front. It sort of changes dating from just meeting someone to, something almost like checking out a product for some people. It really highlights this feeling that maybe traditional trust building isn't enough anymore or isn't working for everyone, like they're trying to de-risk the whole thing.
I can definitely see the appeal there. So what kind of stuff are people actually sharing? Is it just bad dates?
It varies a lot. You get posts about horrible first dates, or just awkward situations, but it can also cover really serious ground, like warnings if someone alleges the SA sexual assault was involved. And sometimes it's just women asking, hey, does anyone know this guy I'm talking to?
Yeah.
And like you said, it's only for women. There's a security thing too. You have to upload a picture to get in. They also say no screenshots allowed, although people have pointed out, you can just use another phone. There are ways around that.
Right. And you hear some users getting really hyped about it. Like one comment was, I need y'all to download it like right now expeditiously. Yeah. They seem to think it could be huge, really be popping for real for everybody.
Yeah.
Giving info on guys who are maybe racking up like 100+ comments and red flags. It sounds like they see it as a real game changer.
Oh, absolutely. For the users who are really into it, it's definitely seen as empowerment, shared knowledge, collective safety, that kind of thing.
But like you mentioned earlier, it's not all smooth sailing. Not everyone's on board. And this is where it gets really interesting, right? The backlash.
Oh, yeah. Significant backlash. The criticisms are pretty sharp. You've got men who are, the phrase used is big mad. They're calling it unfair and messy, mainly because they feel they can't defend themselves against anonymous claims. And then you have privacy folks worried it could just, spiral into a gossip wildfire. Mm-hmm. We saw one male commentator warning pretty starkly that this app is going to hurt dating, like actually damage the whole dating market.
Okay, so that's a strong reaction. Why? Why such negativity from that side? What's the core issue for them?
It really seems to boil down to anonymity and accountability, or the lack thereof. The big fear is that a woman can just say anything, right, without facing consequences. Critics argue that maybe bitter women or even their friends could just pile on with negative stuff maybe stuff that isn't even true. The argument goes, if a woman's mad because a date didn't work out how she wanted, maybe the guy didn't send for her or bow down to what she wanted, she might use the app to kind of ruin it for the next woman, damage it for the new chick. And there's this other angle, too, that it could set women back, like making them rely on potentially biased advice from mad and angry people instead of figuring things out for themselves. Fostering distrust, basically.
Right. So this idea of false information, that brings up a key point. What kinds of made-up claims are critics worried about? Are there specifics?
Yeah, according to the critics we look at, they claim women just be making up stuff.
Right.
Things like getting a man's age wrong, or way more serious accusations like claiming he had HIV or, has a whole family he's hiding. The commentator we focused on sort of asks, whatever happened to just meeting a person and getting to know that person for yourself?
Yeah.
He feels the app completely bypasses that essential part of building trust.
It definitely sounds like trust is the central battleground here. Does the source get into why critics think women would make these specific things up? What's the supposed motivation?
It does. It digs into motivations, and it gets pretty controversial. Beyond just factual errors, there are claims about why women might post negatively. One really strong assertion is that women do not like each other, making the whole idea of an app to help other women seem like bull crap to these critics. They express this fear that women might trash a perfectly good quality dude out of jealousy, maybe because they want him themselves to hop on him, as the source put it. And because it's anonymous, they worry about sabotage from anyone, coworkers, classmates, even a woman's own friend.
Wow, that's a pretty cynical take on female relationships. Does the source offer any kind of counter perspective or explain why someone might view it that way?
Well, the critique we analyze really leans into these suspicions. It suggests, for example, that ex-girlfriends will use it to dog men who've moved on, guys who've walked away, leveled up. The claim is they'll make up lies saying he's abusive or broke, maybe living with his mama, or his credit is messed up, all seen as just trying to damage any relationship you got with a new chick. This particular commentator also argues women using the app are just nosy, always trying to investigate, find dirt on guys, while simultaneously hiding their own dirt. And here the commentary got pretty explicit and demeaning, mentioning things like OnlyFans accounts or alleged past sexual histories, using some really harsh terms. He basically insists women on the app ain't gonna say they fumbled that dude. They would admit if they were the problem, if they were a narcissist or just messed it up.
Okay, so we have these incredibly strong opposing views. Empowerment versus sabotage, safety versus privacy invasion, and some really intense critiques about motives. Where does this leave us? What does it all mean for dating going forward?
Well, the male commentator we looked at offers a pretty bleak outlook. He flat out says modern day dating is done, finished. He sees this app as the cherry on the top, the final nail in the coffin. He even used a Mortal Kombat finish him analogy. He genuinely believes it's destroyed traditional dating and trust.
It's undeniable the T-app has struck a major nerve. It really highlights this tension between, the stated aims, empowering women, making dating safer, and these serious accusations of misuse, jealousy, privacy breaches.
Yeah, which leads us to a final thought, something for you, our listener, to consider. Given this clash, empowerment and safety on one side, claims of jealousy, sabotage, privacy issues on the other, how does an app like T actually change our ideas about trust and reputation in dating? And maybe what responsibility do individuals have to, verify these kinds of receipts before forming judgments?